will be giving a full focus on the ongoing European Championships, where Eswatini TV, of course, is amongst the channels that are broadcasting those games live. Partially, some of the games I should mention, though, such that we can also keep up with the local content. Mondays are like this will not change. Otherwise, games continue tomorrow. Germany against France, and it's going to be here live on Eswatini TV. So don't go anywhere, because this program for the next 58 or 57 minutes so will be gearing up for local content. Talk about ways you can catch up with us. It is through our YouTube channel, through of course Eswatini TV app, and of course in the comfort of your seat at home through Skujan. Chairman of the cycling club Gusekaya, Mr. Mduduzi Kaudi, is already in the studio. He's in the company of Prezi Twala. She's the surprise. We get to her. I'll say why she's here. She's also from the same club with the chairman, and she's been in the industry for only 4 months, but there is a record that was held, that was pulled by her over the weekend. I'm calling our chairman.
Thank you for the opportunity, and also to the viewers at home. We're happy to be here again. First time I was here in spirit with the other team.
Good, beautiful. And of course, one can say that they did represent you very well, Mr. Kaudi, because the likes of Shongo were here on Monday. But a bit of maybe a sponsorship, or rather, advertising the name of Guseka Club. It's a very huge brand in the country. When you talk about the club itself as cycling, whenever you see it, you know that it's one of the best cycling club we have in the country.
Thank you for that. I think that's a very good feedback. The club is 3 years old, to be honest. We're going on 4 next year. And yes, it's important to say that we do think we could be the biggest club in terms of numbers. But I think what makes us maybe a bit different is that we are not competitive or competitively driven. We are more of a social cycling club, where it's just about people who are enjoying time on their bikes and sharing stories and experiences and networking. Yes.
And of course, just to let you know, not that I'm putting him on the spot, Mr. Kaudi, him and I, we've met a couple of times in some sessions, and I think hearing him, sharing his idea of what he thinks about this, the sporting, as cycling as a sport, it was quite interesting. I'll ask him 1 or 2 questions before he leaves the studio about the sport itself, not pertaining to why he came here, but later on when he leaves the studio. Now, in the company of Prezi Twala, like I said, you were part of the event Border to Border. Maybe to start with you, since you've been in the industry for about only 4 months, I just started that, and someone who is at home right now is saying, you know what, from maybe the chairman, he's been a cyclist, so he knows what it is to be on the road. It was your first time on the road, such a long distance. You were able to finish Ngwenya to Lavumista in a space of 7 hours and 46 minutes. Quite right. Let's talk about that. How was your run? How was your drive on the day?
It was fantastic. I had fun. The guys I was actually with, because I was the only woman from riding from Gwenya to Lavomisa, they were very supportive. And the guy who normally trains me, his name is Charles. We cycling on that's Saturday.
Yes, it was
rode
Saturday
together, not the one for Border to Border, the previous one. He just said to me, you should just try 200 kilometers. I think you are good. You will be able to finish. So I did it, and I really had fun. And the guys I was with, they really supported me. I really feel like I'm the only lady riding with them. Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about where you want to take this career. Chairman, I'm looking at the pictures on my screen. I'm thinking this is Lobamba Lozita going down, and it's on my watch there. If I'm not mistaken, it was around 5:45. Around that time of the day, it was an easy pace, and then I think this maybe one would start with the attendance, the people who came, different clubs, and then how did people react with the aspect of knowing that now we're under the current conditions of COVID. But how was the attendance itself and arrival on time and everything? How did it go?
Fabrice, it was a mind-blowing experience. I should say that I've been doing events, not necessarily cycling only, but this one was very unique, especially because of the times that we are in now. I think it's fair to thank our sponsors who were very much willing to come to the table and supporting us. I think we had initially, officially, we were at 98, but by the morning, that night, there was so much movement in people who wanted to do the ride, because it dawned that it's not really a race. It's just a nicely paced ride from Ngwenya, experiencing Swaziland down to Lavumisa. So clubs came out, individuals came out, we got supporters on the road. It was something else, because when we passed some bus stations, the people who were there...
You're entering Manzini.
This was, yes, entering Manzini. The people who were there were actually aware of what was happening. Oh, you guys were still, hey, Kashani Ala for me, so, go guys, get some water, you okay? So it was a very